Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Libby. This is Julian. We are BoxedMeeples. Now, this Friday, we are talking to you about our favourite IPs. And I mean, you might have noticed Julian's, but I'll chat first. Mine is Star Wars. This is Outer Rim, obviously, a game that we quite enjoy. Interested to see what the expansion does, but I haven't played that yet. But one that we really love also is Rebellion. Now, we always play it every Boxing Day as a bit of a tradition, but we do try to play it a couple to 3 times throughout the year as well, so it keeps us knowing the rules, which is always good. But I love how thematic this world is, how when you play the games you do feel like you are sort of immersing yourself in the movie, and you know, IPs that really sort of draw you into the universe that they're sort of describing is always pretty high on my list.
Yeah, whether it be kind of dungeon crawlers like Imperial Assault, or even more social games like Dark Side Rising, Star Wars just really seems to be, you know, a kind of hallmark of quality. They're always great games.
Yeah,
Star Wars games.
Yeah, I'm excited that we have done a bit of a challenge that we're hoping that over the festive period to play all of the Star Wars games that we own.
Hopefully Star Wars Villainous is under our Christmas tree, ready for this festive season.
Fingers crossed.
So, what's my favourite IP? It's tricky.
Not sure.
It's tricky it's really tricky to nail it down to find one.
It is, yeah.
Or nail it down to find one Back to the Future game I haven't got. I think I have every single Back to the Future board game there ever was ever, with the exception perhaps of really old kind of 1980s roller move games. Although I have got a roller move game, which is probably the worst one amongst this collection.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Back to the Future games. It's surprising, really. We've got dice placement. There's various card kind of deck building games. We have one that manipulates time as you go back through it. I've got the Funkoverse version of Back to the Future here. I've got a dice chucker game that isn't very good because it's entirely based on luck. But they're all great because they're based on Back to the Future. But one game I think is particularly heavy is Back to the Future Back in Time.
It's not actually that bad.
It's a game that almost feels a bit kind of pandemic-y, where you're kind of battle fires and trying to orchestrate lots of different things simultaneously, working cooperatively to achieve a goal. That is actually a lot harder than you think it's going to be.
And that's the one you have to move George and Lorraine.
Yeah, so you've got to
move the DeLorean around.
Yep.
And that one is actually enjoyable.
It's lots of things to happen. You've got to stop Biff from breaking up George and Lorraine.
Yes, you do. Yes.
And you're playing as Marty and Jennifer and Doc and Einstein, and that's a beauty of a game. I'd say that's even going to be a good game even if it wasn't Back to the Future. But the fact it is Back to the Future means it should be in your collection. In fact, all of these should be in your collection. Just a special Back to the Future space on your Kallax like we have. So yeah, that's Back to the Future. That's my favourite IP. You wouldn't have guessed that, would you? You wouldn't have seen that coming.
No.
I don't talk about Back to the Future way too much on this channel. But yes, what is your favourite IP game?
Yes, and have you got a Back to the Future game that Julian hasn't got?
Yeah, do let me know.
Tell us.
Do let me know.
Don't tell us.
I can do two. I can do 2 Kallax units of Back to the Futureness. But yeah, let us know in the comments what your favourite IP game is, and which Star Wars games you love, and obviously which Back to the Future games you love. And if you have just discovered us because you've just done a search for amazing Back to the Future board games, please do consider subscribing to us. We post a video on board games at least twice a week, every single week.
Yeah. That's it for this week. So we will see you next Friday with our favourite game for then. See you later.
Great Scott.